Hey everyone, OT here. I've been working on trying to get a beginner's video put up on YouTube to really give you some tips and tricks for this game, Icarus. Now it came out in December of last year, so that's what, 4 months? 4 months or 5 months. And what I've been wanting to do was kind of clean up some of the myths that we see. There's a ton of videos out there that are, of course, a little bit misleading, I would say. But I wanted to show. Hey everyone, OT here. I've been trying to do a little bit of a video, kind of a beginner's video of this game, Icarus. It's been out since December of last year, mid-December of last year. A lot of folks are playing it, and I thought I would kind of maybe do a few things that would help everyone as a beginner to navigate through all this. There are a lot of videos out there, and most of them, or a lot of them, aren't as forthcoming when it comes to what happens with your character and how they can do what they do. So I'm going to quick go through this. I don't want them to be too long. I don't want these things to get so long you lose interest. But I thought we'd show you this. This is one of my characters that I play with, and maybe I'll just go right down the bar over here, talk about these things. When you toggle on your new prospect, when you're brand new, you're gonna find this tree, but all of these are gonna be blank. They're all gonna be darkened. So as a new player, you've got to start down here, right at the very beginning of that. Now you also notice that these have 2 skulls, 1 skull, 2 skull, 3 skull. A few weeks ago they changed these so that you can get a 1 skull mission and gain, make some hardness, get it harder. Of course, that makes sense if you're going to play one that has cash involved. So here's one's got cash involved. Of course, that's a pretty tough difficulty just to gain 38 or 50 reward. There's a bunch down here. You'll open those up as you tack along. I'm not going to really stay on here too long. Don't want to pay too much attention to that on this video. Joining prospects. If you ever got a buddy or 2 buddies or 3 buddies you like to play with, if they're in game, their prospects will be here. You can join that prospect, and if there's cash involved or exotics involved, once you join that prospect, then you share in the completion of that, and you get that prospect. Outposts. Kind of a training center. You don't get anything here at these outposts. There's no monetary value or any cash rewards or anything you can gain from that except for just experience. Mine is Paradise. Your friends, you can have your friends join. My buddy Face has a pretty nice outpost. He's been practicing up. Got a really nice house. It needs more lights, but enough of that. When you get your character, you're not going to have very much going on. But so I want to look down here at your talents. Of course, you see I've leveled up this player quite a bit. I'm not going to talk over here in the corner about respect points. I'm not sure new players get any respect points, so we're just going to leave that alone. But you'll gain talent points as you level up, and I just wanted to show you what I have found best for me. Now, in the survival mode, every time you can, you want to try to level up your base health and your speed. You want to be able to move as fast as you can, gain some of that. You also want to be able to, like this one says, get your hunger down, be able to load up on your carbs, retain water, etc. steady breathing. On your hunting one, um, I don't have this on all of them, but there's some good ones here. This quick getaway, that's pretty important. You're gonna get chased down. And then you see over here in farming, we see in farming here, uh, the food seemed to decay much quicker in the last month or so. I think they tweaked some of the algorithms. So you want to keep your food longer and long-lasting effects. So anytime you can get the ability to carry more weight, to move faster, and to get more out of what you eat. Now we're going to look at construction here. Now I'm going to show you this. I'm going to have to tell you that I have nothing put down for. I should have maybe gained my stamina at one time, but you're going to get good enough that you don't want to waste a bunch of. In my opinion, you don't want to waste a bunch of talent points on things through here. They're just, and especially for thatch, do not pick any thatch. The concrete, when you get down here in the concrete, absolutely those kinds of things. Now I'm going to look at combat. Now, of course, bows and crossbows, most definitely. Level your bow up. Now, I haven't got this guy leveled up as well as I'd like to on my bow. And of course, your knife. Your knife's going to be your primary weapon at first. Your bow is the primary weapon. And then over here, I just recently was able to start building firearms. And keeping the weight down, being able to produce them better, especially those things. Now this is the talent section of, these are what you play with as you play with your friends. Now there's a solo section. You play this when you play by yourself. And again, the same thing. Get your stamina up, be able to move faster, fleet-footed, increase your base health, be really quiet when you're sneaking around. It's really important to be stealthy. Of course, arrow stuff, knife stuff, those kinds of things. Mobile stockpile can really carry a bunch of stuff. So those are those things. That's the talents. Let's go back, return. That's talents. The tech tree. Now, one of the things I'd like to tell you here is you're going to start down here, always start down here, and you're going to need, as you get your tech tree, you're going to need to be able to make a bed, going to be able to make a campfire. You're not going to be able to do all that stuff very quickly, but you will definitely level up really fast in the first part of the game. It's going to seem like it takes forever, but so axes, pickaxe, knife, bone knife. A sickle's going to come in really handy later on to get up enough stuff to build. You have to have fiber, and a sickle just quadruples the amount of fiber you get. Wood piles, of course, just to stockpile that kind of stuff. Rag torches, of course. Arrows, your bow, yes, absolutely, arrows of some sort, and of course your armor. Now I want to show you something else as we move on. Oh, and don't forget, build a repair hammer. Your house is gonna burn down. Icarus storms are pretty rugged. You'll gain over here this. You'll notice this tree as you start to open up this tree. You want to get down in here too, where you can build. I think you have to press the thatch beam. Don't get any thatch. It'll just fill up your inventory slots, your crafting slots, and you won't be able to find anything. But the wood beams and the wood structures, absolutely. So tech up to that. Use your talent, your points to get up into there, and you'll be all right. Now I'm going to show you the workshop. This is really important. In your workshop, I want to tell you that you're going to be down in here. You're going to have to. You should get a suit of some sort. You will get a suit of some sort. But you don't. You can research it, but you don't have to craft it. So research it. It'll open up this tree. Better axes, better better picks, better size, better knives, better spears, etc. It'll open up that tree. And you're going to know why I tell you not to purchase everything that you think you should get. Now you'll notice then, so you'll get this tree open, but you really want to get over here on this other end of the tree for your bow and for your nano armor. So just remember, you'll have to research the item, but you don't have to purchase it. You should purchase one of these pretty early just because to kind of get a little bit of an edge on your game, but they're not necessary right away. You will level up fast enough to get these points. So, and I'm going to show you this. So here's one that opened this tree up, but I never did anything with this suit. And when you look down here, I'm going to show you something down here also. So here's a suit. This is the Duo S5, and if you look in its description, it says 5 physical resistance, two suit modules, 1 oxygen, 1 water. Well, when you get that one, or when you research it, then you open this up. All right. So you want to get over here, open this tree up. When you get to this point, you should research it, but you don't have to buy it. All right. Now, at some point, you're going to have one of these suits all the time. If you can hang in there, this is the suit that you should really shoot for. You'll open this tree up, and then you'll open this one up. And here's why. It's going to take some time to get down here, but you'll do okay. See the description of this suit? 10 physical resistance, 2 module slots, and oxygen, water, and -5 perceived threat when you're stealth. That's crazy important. So we see that one, and then we see this one, +5, two modules, 1 oxygen, 1 water slot. But this one gives you +5, and the suit, the same things. So just a caution there. And here's why. These 8 items I bought as I moved on, and that's a lot of items. Now I've got extra guys. They all need some equipment, but I bought some stuff that I really didn't need. I really didn't need that EnviroSuit. In fact, it was less. This suit +5 heat, 1 slot, 1 O2, 1 food, 1 water is less than this. +10 physical. So just think about that as you go along. Now, because I'm going to play this game rudimentary, I'm going to get all my gear as I get on planet, just so that I can show you how to get through there. So I've got to find that suit over here that I really want to put in my slot. Here's that +5 one. So be careful with that. Here's that +10 one. Now, once you drop it, that's how you drop it. You drop it over here. Don't forget to do that when you start. All right, let's start. I know that was fast, but I want to get into a game. Now, like I said, you're going to start down here on this beachhead.
Welcome to Icarus, friend.
Claim the prospect. There's no money involved. I'm not taking any extra equipment. And we're going to load up. Here is Steam Friends only, so they can play if they see me online. I'm going to say yes, and we're going to go to prospect.
There's a ways to go before you head out hunting for exotics. Right now, it's about learning to survive on the surface.
Now, when you get down on planet, you want to pick up as much stuff as you can, as quickly as you can. So that's everything: the brush, the sticks, the twigs, the little trees that break down, the berries, watermelon if you find it, and especially O2 or oxide, because you don't have anywhere to carry oxide. Now, if this goes right, you'll be able to level up and complete this pretty quickly. Just the things that you need to do, you'll notice over in the left-hand corner of my screen, it says what I have to do is hunt, gather, craft. I level up, I spend a blueprint point, and then I build a shelter.
Welcome to Icarus, friend.
So right away, just start picking stuff up. And you got plenty of time.
Call me Soul.
Now,
Looks like paradise.
these little trees, you're gonna run into a bunch of these little trees. If you don't,
Wildlife's
you'll
out
get
to
stuck
kill
on
you.
them. So
And the
make sure
weather's
they
like
just make
nothing
sticks.
you've ever seen.
Saul isn't quite
You'll
as
need to make yourself some shelter soon enough. You
as
know what
truthful
you're
as he could be.
doing, right? That's why you
Okay,
came all the way out here.
I picked
and
up.
drop was
So
nothing.
there's some oxide. I
'Cause
need
you
some
could.
oxide. Pick up as many sticks as you
Well,
can. All the
UDA
stones,
wants you to show you understand the
more
basics
stones. Pick
before
all
they
that
send
stuff
you
up.
anywhere really dangerous.
And of course,
So get acquainted.
meander
then
through
head back
here.
up when you're
You
ready.
might pick up so much
Best
stuff
of luck,
that
friend.
your
Stay
inventory is
safe.
going to get full. So you got to kind of be careful with that. So as you go along, some stuff you're going to pick up. I just want to show you. Just drop it. Don't drop it. Destroy it. Some stuff you can eat. If you can eat it, consume it. But like I picked up this yeast, just destroy it. If you drop it, you'll end up picking it up again. Now, I also picked up some oxalate. Make sure to drop that in your O2 slot. And of course, get a drink of water. Don't believe Saul. You will get giardia, or I don't know what they call it. Here where I'm from, we call it giardia. Here in the mountains, it's carrot. So just pick up as much of this stuff as you can. And the game starts at what was it, 9:30 in the morning, Icarus time. You'll notice that the game also, these prospects are on hours and days. I think they made some changes to that it used to be true Earth days. So if it was 30 days, it meant Earth time. So 30 real days, a full month. But I think they changed that a week ago or so. So I think, I'm not quite sure what happened there with that. But you got to be mindful of that. Don't leave yourself on planet if you've got a 6-day project and you haven't gotten far enough along and you leave. You'll lose your man if he doesn't have any insurance. So think about that. So I'm picking up as much of this stuff as I can. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to show you real quick if I have the ability to. I'm going to show you a way that you can get or have shelter anywhere on map pretty quickly. So if you get stranded, you're out in the wilderness, and the storm comes up. You haven't carried anything with you to of course make any kind of shelter. So I think we're getting close. The maps are huge. Icarus maps are just crazy huge. So you'll get to know them over time. So as you run around through here, just pick up as much of this stuff as you can. All right, let's see. I'm gonna run over here. Corn's always in the same spot. I'm gonna go get a little bit of corn. We're gonna put that in a fire. Now, my buddy says pick up the ears, because if you pick the stalks up, if you pick the ears up, the stalks will grow back. I don't know if that's the case or not. But if you're out just running through the forest and you run through this, and you think you need a little food, you can eat all food. You can eat all food raw. Meat will get you sick though, so be careful with that. So we're gonna come back down here. I think I've gotten close enough to kind of build up some tools. I think. So we'll go to our crafting table here, our crafting menu. A lot of stuff you can do without having any extra benches or machinery. So I'm going to come over here because this is kind of a spot I always start at. All right, so first thing, we really need a knife. So let's craft a knife. It'll go into slot 1. I always put the berries in my food in my 8, 9, 0 slots because that's easy. As I'm running along, I can just quick press 8 mouse, 9 mouse, 0 mouse, and eat. You only have 3 stomach slots. So the axe goes down there in 2. We need a pick because we're, of course, miners. And we need a bow, so let's craft a bow. I always put that in my slot 5 just because that's where I've gone to like it. I don't know if we've where we're at yet, but so we've got that. Let's make some arrows. 28 arrows is quite a bit, but you make what you want. I'm going to craft those up. And of course, if I have enough when I get done here, I'm going to make a torch. So let's make that torch. The torch, about a month and a half ago, they decided that the torch could go. They made a light slot so you didn't have to carry. You didn't lose your ability to carry a knife. Now, I also picked up some weed up here. You see that? You cannot eat that, but just destroy that stuff that's extra. You're going to end up just picking it up again. So there's my O2. Now, let me show you this trick. I want to get this out of the way. If you're running about, your buddy says, "Hey, come over here," or it gets dark, or you don't have a way out of the storm, find any rock that's pretty good size, walk up to it, stealth, lean right down, and just walk right into it. Do not move, just walk straight forward. You will hack your way into this stone, and it does two things for you. It will keep you away from the weather, but also if there's a predator, you can get in here. A bear can't follow you in here, so well, he can, but don't go so far that he can see you out the back. Also, big enough stones you can hollow this out. You can actually get your fire pit in underneath here, and sometimes a bedroll, depending on how big the rocks are, or if two rocks are together. So that's pretty slick. Do we have enough? Yes. Let's make a campfire to get some of this extra food going. It'll always drop in an empty slot up here in your inventory. So well, let's get this out here. We'll put it out here real quick right there. There's several types of fuel. Some fuel makes charcoal. As you move forward in the game, you're definitely going to want some charcoal. So let's cook that. Let's get some water. And because I now have a pick, let's on stealth. Let's go up here. Let's go back up here and see if I can always walk with your knife. Just because predators show up. You cannot make a bed without dispatching predators. You can't get fur from any of the animals, which I think is odd, but that's how it goes. Maybe in the future they'll make some change to that. So here's some oxide. So let's now if you look over on the left hand side, you can see how much you're picking up. A better pickaxe will pick up more. They'll have a larger cross section, so it'll take more at a time. You will wear yourself out, just like in the real life. If you were to take a pickaxe or a hammer and run it that hard against something to break it up, in a few minutes you would tire out. So that's pretty true to life. Think about that. So there's also there's a little bit more here. The rocks are going to look a little bit different. I don't know what your graphics card is going to look like, but a little better graphics card and monitor better computer. Just these ores will look a little cleaner, a little better. You'll be able to differentiate between them later on. So we don't need any sulfur. We don't need anything yet quite. Keep picking stuff up. Excuse me. So let's pick all that up. Oh, we definitely have to make armor. So let's go back down here to where we're camped at. So the goal of this, of course, is to hunt, gather, and craft. And then as you level up, once you level up, then you spend one of your talents. Maybe I'll get to that point here in a second. But let's go back down here. Let's make our gear. Now I always make my chest armor first, and I make my leg armor, then I make my cloth feet armor because it just seems like that's where all the predators are. my arm armor, and my head armor. Oh, did I make that? Let's look, see if I got them all. They'll automatically fall in the slots, so you don't have to worry about that. Let's put some oxide in my slot there. Oops, did I hear something there? I thought I might have heard something. Okay, so let's make that head armor. They had a real glitch when I first started this thing, where you were the head armor was getting in the view. So here's one step. Let's chop some trees down. You need fiber to build any kind of structure with wood. And as you grow in this game or go uphill in the game, you will be able to make concrete, just stone with different recipes, and cement, all things like that. So I'm just going to make kind of a real rudimentary spot because we're right here. So just think about that. Pick some of this up. Now this is always the same. I have some folks. Oh, there's a wolf over there. Let's see if we can get him to chase us over here. Okay, so he's going to chase us down in here. You can get him in the water. Those predators in the water. That'll help you a lot with oh, God, that piranha just bit me. Well, let's watch this. I used to be kind of weirded out by the piranhas, but if we come in here, if we come down here, the piranhas will chase you down. They're a predator. You don't have to really chase any fish around. Here's one. He's going to come at me. Just knife him when he gets close. If he bites you from behind, he'll come back and bite you again. So be careful with that. But so just you don't have to worry about running out of oxygen down there. But you know, getting a few fish pretty quick like that, that's pretty straightforward. So let's go up here. Let's build our little hut. I'm gonna come over here and get my campfire picked up, and of course take everything in there. And we're gonna come over here. Now be careful with this. The water's right here. You'll be able to see where there's water. So water. So let's build a simple structure. So every floor needs one roof. So if you build a floor, you need a roof. And one square is, of course, 4 walls. So let's do that. And when they'll come down in this slot, they will automatically build down here. So let's get this built real quick. So there's that. The cool part is you don't really need a lot of structure. Now you see the arrow. This is one thing I wish I would have gotten straight. Arrow out means the bark part's out, the heavy part's out. If you press R, you can change what that is. It's a window, or just a regular wall. See how the bark's out? Another wall. I'm gonna put a door here. So see how the arrow is? So I do that, the bark will be in, bark's out, and let's put our lid on top. So let's get another drink of water. Let's move that corn. Let's get this corn over here in our 8, 9, 10 slot. And let's get our fire pit put back down. We usually try to put that fire pit inside, but you don't have to at first. So just be mindful of that. So I got 10 corns. Let's put those 10 corn down there. Carrots haven't cooked. I got a little bit of meat. I got a little bit of fish. Right, let's activate our fire. Put all that corn back in there. Now here's our problem: is we still have to make a bed. We've gathered, we've hunted, we gathered, we've crafted. By now you would have leveled up pretty quickly. You would have leveled up really quickly, actually. So, oh, pumpkins up here. Pumpkins. This stuff's always in the same spot. The first few times around, you can throw your knife at stuff, You will lose it if you're not careful. You can throw your spirit stuff. You will lose it if you're not careful. And now I see my... Oh! Ooh, that scared me. Okay, now, here's the thing, guys. You will not be able to do that couple swipes. My knife is teched up, right? So be careful there. Always take all the bone. Always keep your knife up. Run or walk or prance with your knife if you're prancing, or if you're an Irishman doing a jig, or a Scottishman with your bagpipes. Always keep a weapon in your hand. So let's see if we can make a bed. Okay, see, I still need 11 fur. Oh, let's see if we can make him come up here. I used to be better at that. Well, let's go down and get him before I use up all that. You can surprise them. Okay, there again. You will not be able to do that, and I know that's why. I just but see, that's what those folks won't tell you. Now I talked about arrows and arrow slots. I've got some bone arrows, so now let's make some bone arrows. Let's craft those. They're a much better arrow. So now when I bring my bow up and I look for, see, now I've got two different kinds of arrows. Well, let's go with the bone arrow and let's destroy the stone arrows. We can make those pretty fast. I'll get 5 fiber, 5 stick, and 5 stone back. Let's go find our campfire again. You'll see these guys when they get their bows really teched up that they will shoot half a mile downstream and just hit everything. So let's get we might be filled. Yep. Once your fire pit fills up, oh. You'll also, oh, that deer's gonna catch my cabin on fire. Oh my goodness. Did it? Oh my goodness. I thought that deer was gonna catch my cabin on fire. Oh, now you see I broke my knife? You can repair your knife by, don't throw it away or start over. Just go to your crafting bench, right click and repair. So there's that. Take that bone. Let me show you something else here. Let's do this real quick. If you make a bigger, that's not a fire pit. You have to make a fire pit. Now you need 100 stone for that. It's also a nice place to hide stuff. It'll stay away from the storm. Plus, if you put too much stuff in your fireplace or your campfire, it will fill up, and then stuff will just drop off the side of it. So you got to be kind of careful with that. And you notice I got that deer. Oh, I leveled up. All right, so that I got that deer, but I still need 6 fur. Okay, so there you go. What we've done, we've hunted, we've gathered, we've crafted, we've leveled up. Let's go use a tech point, okay? So let's go find a tech here, something that I can use. I can use it anywhere. I'm gonna move uphill here a little bit. Potbelly stove. I'm gonna do that. Now you won't have all this. You won't have all this right away. So just think about that. So there we've done hunt, gather, craft. We've leveled up. We spent a blueprint point. We built our shelter, and this is just a little bit of a quick, little bit of an extra. Okay, so let's do that. Oh, I still need some wood. Well, wouldn't you know it? Let's get some wood. Oh, I better eat. You see that? So, I've got these items, food items in my slots. So I'm gonna go 8 mouse, 9 mouse, 0 mouse. I better repair my hatchet. And so because I've only got 3 food slots, as you get in this farther, different food will have different values. So that's important to kind of watch for as you move forward. My buddy Face, he's got it down. Point giver, he does it. He knows exactly. He knows all the food. Yeah, you need beer and mushroom soup and carrots, or you need squash, and to be able to run faster. I've been playing for 4 months. I don't know all that. I just play. Okay, so now notice I just cut myself. When anything like that happens, if you go to your inventory, you can see what can fix that. This early in the game, you just gotta do what you can. This one, I don't have any antibiotics. I don't have that bandage, so you just gotta kind of hang in there. You'll be all right. You'll be all right. So, I used up my stone. So let's build that fire pit. Now you notice my inventory got pretty full here, so you got to be careful there, or you will fill your inventory up. It'll just drop off the face of the earth. You can craft if you're single crafting. It'll just craft. It'll come up when you need it. All right, so where to go? There it went. Let's put that down here. Let's put that behind the cabin. Okay. Now I've got pumpkins that I can put in there. I've got steak that I can put in there. You can put your cooked food back in there. Things that you're still going to need. You might, just things to keep for later. You can hide in this thing. It will always be there when you need it. Oh, I should have activated that. Let's put some fuel. Let's put some fuel in there. Activate that. Let's pick this up. We still need, of course, we still need to take all of that. Let's open that up. Do we have fish? We have cooked fish. I'm going to move that down here. Change that steak out. Doesn't matter. Barbecue carrot. Let's put that in there so we don't lose it. Let's put that campfire in there so we don't get overweight. Let's put this leather in there so we can gain some weight there. And we gotta go find it. We gotta go find one more wolf. Okay, so always get your knife up. We'll see if we can run one down here, find one without. Oh, better get some water. They're sometimes a little hard to find. There is a perk that shows the little animal button by them. Corn over here. Let's run over this way here. Do I got enough food? Yeah. Oh, let's move this stuff around. My repair hammer. Let's put that up there somewhere. Let's just get it out of the way. Oh, see that? Here comes a storm. Now, don't be too worried about that storm right away. You'll see the bar when you start getting in trouble. The bar will tell you when you're in trouble and you need to find some shelter. You always have a little bit of time. My buddy Point Giver, he doesn't seem to care. He just runs around, storm or not. I don't know. His health is good, I guess. So now you'll see it right away. There'll be a little flash in front of your screen. It'll tell you that that the storm is now affecting you. I was hoping I could have seen a wolf just right there close by. And the worst part is these storms just, they seem to last forever, which is horrid. Now I want to show you, because I did it in the rock. See, now I've got some storm exposure, right? You come up to this rock, you stealth in, and you get back in that rock. See, your storm exposure goes down. Also, you can shoot fish if you're good enough at it. I'm kind of a guy that just wants to knife them. You know, it's pretty simple to walk out there and get a couple piranha for extra food. Well, there's a wolf. I'm gonna go get him because I just see us. So let's go get him, just because he's out here and he's close. Got my knife up? Yep. Now I want to tell you this again. You will be able to do that, but it won't happen as quickly because, and of course take all the bone. Also, here's another thing. Let's go over here and get hidden. Let's go over here and get hidden real quick. Stealth in. See my bar going down. Let's make a bone knife. So let's see. We'll get rid of that. I don't need that. Let's drop that rock just because I need a little bit of room. Let's make a bone and knife that's a little bit sharper, a little bit sturdier, and of course we can destroy that stone knife. You can make a stone knife in about 3 seconds if you lose out on that. Let's make some more bone arrows. I can only make 5. I can make a bed. Oh, I still can't make a bed. Oh, never mind. You see, I put that leather away. So let's go pick this leather up. Get this leather in my kit. And now I can make a bed. Ooh, triple cambered. Let's get in our cabin. Let's get in our little cabin here. See if there's a storm exposure. If there's storm exposure, your bed won't fit. So you gotta make some changes to that. So if we destroy that, I gotta repair it first. So you see there, a repair hammer. It came in very handy. You gotta, which I don't understand. You gotta repair something to tear it down. But okay, so let's tear those 2 things down real quick. And I don't know where they went, but let's put those back in our. Let's put those down in here. Let's put those walls back up. Let's just make them solid walls for now. Okay, got a roof. Is my fire still going? Okay, so see now my storm has gone down, my storm exposure has gone down. I think my fire is still going. Is it? Yes. So let's put that wall back up, and let's make our bed. And it's going to go over here in our slot somewhere. Let's put that down here in this slot. And then let's lay it down here in this. You can lay it anywhere. I like to keep it square. I got a couple guys that just throw their beds anywhere.
How you build?
Okay. You have just now finished that.
Learn the basics, your chances are the
now
same
you can
as
stay
anyone
here.
else.
Always, put your bed down and always set it as a spawn point so that you can get back out. But that level's now done. You just completed that level. Now it seemed like it went fast. It will actually go pretty fast. So you're done. Always run with your knife. And we're gonna get over here to find my pod wherever it went. You can mouse up and find out exactly where you landed. They've also changed it. You can't get into someone else's pod. So we're going to get in, and that mission's complete. There you have it. I hope this one comes out not as grainy as the last one, and I'll get it posted for you guys. It was nice you guys let me do that, and I'll come back and do some more hints on this same map, I hope, and we'll work from there. Hope you have a great day, and I'll see you online.